Hello everyone and welcome back. In this lecture we'll learn about string operations. We finished our last lecture by looking at how we can grab or access elements in a given string. So if we have a string, let's say string, we said that we could access elements in that string by indexing it. For instance, if we want to grab the first element s, we can simply say we have our string ss at index 0. That will grab the element s. In this lecture, we'll look at string operations. So strings allow operations like addition, which is known as concatenation. That's concatenation. We can use multiplication and slicing. Let's start by looking at concatenation. So we can concatenate one string to another. For instance, we can say hello plus there. So when we run it, we get hello there. So that's concatenation. Concatenation adds one string to another. We can also say we are learning plus ss. Here ss stands for string, right? So in this case we'll get we are learning string. So when we run this, we get we are learning string. And if we want a space between those two, you can simply include that here. So now we'll get a space. So we are learning string. Same thing here. You can either include a space here, or you can also include a space here. Okay. Let's say we have, so if we add ss to ss, we get string string. String string. So we can concatenate one string to another. And let's say Python. So our variable xx has stored the string Python. So we can say xx plus ss. That will give us Python string. Okay, that's concatenation. Next, let's look at multiplication. So this multiplication will repeat a given string. For instance, if I say string times 5, so I'll get string 5 times. So string, 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 so on. Similarly, if I add a space there, I get the result string times 5. Similarly, we can say hi there. Then if we multiply by 5, we get hi there, hi there. So that's concatenation, that's multiplication. Next, let's look at slicing. We have looked at slicing earlier. We use slicing to access elements in a string. Let's say we are here and it is cold. Let's save this in a variable called ss. Notice here I'm storing most of my strings in a variable ss. You might ask the question, wow, when you call ss, it's printing we are here and it's cold. Why doesn't it print the previous variables that we have saved? So in this case, we can override a name of a variable. Okay, whichever gets executed last will be the value for that variable ss. So that's why I keep saving it in the same variable. So once we save this and then run it, so Python will only remember this last variable ss. Okay, in this case it will not remember all the previous ss variables, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you want, you can save it in different variables, it doesn't matter. Okay, here it says we are here and it's called. So if I want to access a certain element, we can say ss at index, let's say 8. That will give us e. What if I say ss at index 34? That will give us an error. It says string index out of range. That's because we don't have an index 34. So the maximum, it will go up to the max, and any index out of bound will give us an error. So here it says string index out of range. Great. Indexing also works in negative indexing. What do I mean? I can use negative numbers. For instance, if I want to grab the last element here, one way is to start from here and then say 0 index. This is index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on until I get to the last index. That's the long way. The short way is we can say index ss at index -1. This means the last element, which is d here. So we can do that. So this will be index -1. This will be index -2, -3, and -4. So if I want to grab this element or value c, I can say, so my variable ss at index -4, that will grab c. And what if I say colon? So this means, colon means grab everything from beginning to the end. So if we run this, we get we are here and it's called. So colon means grab everything. We can also use index slicing, so we can say ss grab everything from, let's say, index 3 to 8. That means grab elements at index 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and we get that. And we can say, if we can also check if a given element is in our string. Let's say I can say, for instance, I can say O in ss, we get true. That's because O is in our string, and if the element is not in our string, we get false. For instance, we don't have x in our string. So if we say x in our string ss, we get false. So we can use in to see if a given element is in our string or not. Great. To summarize what we have learned in this lecture, we looked at some of the string operations that we can use on strings. We looked at concatenation. We looked at multiplication and how we can use slicing in strings. Thank you everyone, and see you at the next lecture.